is absolutely brilliant. Tottenham lose 4-0 on the night against Liverpool. They've gone all the way up the M6. Some of them with the delusion that they'd actually be having another trip to Wembley that wasn't a home game. Oh my God. Tottenham have won 2 trophies, I think, in my lifetime. Why on earth did you think, under possibly one of your worst ever managers, did you actually believe in the ludicrous statement that he would win you something in his second year? It wasn't ever going to happen. It's absolutely delusional. I am baffled by any Spurs fan that thought you'd have a chance tonight. Have you not seen the vast difference between your current Spurs team and arguably the second best Liverpool side of the last 7 years? Absolutely shocking that you would think Ange Postecoglou would be the man to win you a trophy because he told you so. Do you know what? I actually quite like Ange. I think he's got a great attitude. I think he's got a breath of fresh air about him and he tries something different. But when it comes to actually being cutthroat and winning games and being adjustable enough and, you know, versatile enough as a coach or a manager to try something different to get results, he's never going to do it. And do you know what? He has absolutely ran your whole team into the ground. You've got no one available. 9 times out of 10, your injury list is bigger than the majority of teams in the Prem. I think Daniel Levy has hindered you with recruitment. Yes, Ange has spent money, but I look at the players and I think, how on earth have you spent that amount of money and got that talent in? It baffles me. I see so many holes in your squad. This January was such a weird window. The fact you got Tell on loan, Dancer on loan, both probably going to be permanents. How on earth did you think you might still win something when you look at the numbers and with Ange, I think he might actually be statistically your worst ever manager on points per game. Crazy. And you know, as a Chelsea fan, I'm absolutely gutted. I'm going to miss him because, like I said, he's brought me a lot of entertainment. He's probably been the most Spursy manager you have had in years. It is absolutely brilliant because he gave all of you false hope as a fan base. And that is what it is to be Spurs. Under Daniel Levy, false hope is what kills you every single time. And there's always that moment in a season where Tottenham think they might do it. They might finally win something. And guess what? Lo and behold, you've bottled it. And it is guaranteed. Water is wet. Spurs bottling it. It happens every single time you get this close. 1-0 to Anfield is actually a great position for most teams. But no, like, everyone knew but Spurs fans that you wouldn't win tonight. Everyone knew. And it was just, you moan and you don't understand why, but you get so carried away that you might actually do it, that it just becomes funny. Because it just seems like you're repeating the same process over and over and over again, every single season, waiting for a different outcome. And that is the definition of madness. You are always expecting that this one will finally be it without doing anything truly different. And look, sometimes Daniel Levy's gone down the line of hiring a manager that he didn't really want, hoping to get you success. But we all know that he sacked Mourinho before that final when you might have had a chance, but it was probably still unlikely. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that you are still waiting. I mean, I can remember that League Cup in 2008 and I can't think about one before that really. Tottenham Hotspur. What on earth is going on? Until Daniel Levy leaves, you need to stop this. You need to stop thinking you actually have a chance. It is absolutely baffling because there is more focus on the business side of things than anything else at Spurs. I read an article that you are one of the highest teams when it comes to match day revenue in the country. I think it's you and Manchester United. In terms of revenue, you are right up there. And look at what it doesn't get you anything. I'm absolutely astounded by the way Tottenham Hotspur's run because I truly didn't believe that you generated the type of income that you do. And the fact that that has so little effect on what happens on the pitch is crazy. As a fan base, you shouldn't be accepting that because once upon a time, Tottenham was a serious team that won things. You know, most people my age, their grandparents, Tottenham was the team. Tottenham was a serious footballing institution once. And it has been a laughing stock since Daniel Levy walked through the door. And I just don't see it changing anytime soon. And you know what? Even if you sack Ange, you're going to have players available, more so than you do now, because I think the injuries will reduce. And you have better players to choose from, and you'll probably have a better starting 11 because more people will be consistently fit. And you might play in a way that probably gets the best. You could go get Areola from Bournemouth, someone like that. But I still don't think you'll win anything. Whilst Daniel Levy is there, it is seriously limiting your chances because I think there's a toxicity from above that runs through the whole club. And this constant momentum and falling off, the bottling that we call it, I think will just keep repeating itself until drastic changes are made in North London. I really, really do. I'm constantly, every season, never surprised by what happens to Spurs. I'm just surprised that the fans keep expecting it to change when nothing at the football club itself is changing. You have probably one of the best training grounds in the Premier League, the best facilities. Everything is top at Tottenham Hotspur by the on-pitch results. And I think when a club shows the ambition that it has done in terms of the money spent, the fact that the infrastructure is second to none, but it doesn't get results on the pitch, it must be a real confusing message because you act like Real Madrid, but you play like Wolves. Absolutely baffling, season in, season out. I'm sorry, Tottenham fans, but I just don't see it changing. So maybe it's time, as a club, you either hold some standards or genuinely you just give up believing you might actually win something and the pain might become a little bit less. But what a boring way to be a football fan because no one wants to do that. But honestly, I have to say, look, thank you to Ange because I truly believe this will be the end of him. I think there's some top players Spurs have had over the years that have definitely come to an end. I think Son, that's not the same player anymore. I look at players like Ben Davies who have been reliable for you. They're just not there. They're just not at it anymore. You've got real problems. You've got real issues with players that have been reliable no longer being reliable. And as the gambling websites say, when the fun stops, stop. And right now, keeping Ange, for me, it just isn't worth the gamble when it comes to Tottenham Hotspur and results. Because genuinely, off the back of this, I think your season crumbles. There's nothing left to play for. And you could find yourselves in a relegation battle, which would be, for Tottenham Hotspur, absolutely diabolical. For the rest of the league, it would be absolutely amazing. And do you know what? It could be the first thing in 20 years that you don't bottle. Who knows? I am as confused as anyone else with Tottenham Hotspur. I really am. But genuinely, I thought I better just put this out there as an appreciation to Ange Postecoglou and all the joy that he has brought me as a Chelsea fan watching Tottenham Hotspur. And I wanted to thank him for the points because, honestly, if Tottenham are serious, I don't think he'll be around much longer. Look, I'll see you all in a bit. If you haven't already, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Like I said, we will try and bring the football content coming, whether it's Chelsea, whether it's other teams in the Premier League. We will try to keep it here on this channel as often as possible. I'll see you all in a bit.